I'm Holly from Flow Movement Therapy, where we help active people just like you with hard to resolve injuries get your life back by teaching you to move better. Today is the first video in a series of 4 on the most common things that people come to see me for in terms of their foot issues. Today we're going to be talking about what's going on the bottom of your foot, plantar fasciitis and heel pain, and what that's all about. So today what we're going to do is talk a little bit about why you might have pain in the bottom of your foot, in your plantar fascia or your heel, and then give you 3 exercises to help you unravel some of what's going on. So the first thing, why do we have pain in the bottom of our foot? Well, often that's because those tissues are always in an on position. They're always being pulled on, or they're always pulling, trying to bring you back from an extreme position that your body has decided to rest in all the time. You may have heard of flat-footedness or pronated feet. So if you have that sort of situation where your feet are always in a pronated position, it means that all of those tissues on the bottom of your foot are always locked in an on position. They're always trying to bring you out of that experience. And if it's anything that we've learned, is that when something is always on, we have to figure out how to turn it off. And one of those ways is to put it to its extreme of its range, so it goes, okay, time for us to shut off. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do some different movements that move different parts of your plantar fascia to be able to teach it that it's time for a coffee break. Okay, I know my limits. You showed me where the end point is. Time for us to relax. So that hopefully that will get you out of that extreme position of those pronated positions and be able to get you into something that's a little more central and a little less painful. So let's get started. Our first exercise, we're going to use our anatomy and motion wedges. Now, if you don't have wedges just like this, these are just pieces of foam, it's okay to improvise at home with something just like a small towel like this. That's no problem. We'll show you how to use that. So what we're going to do is the first thing is to get some of the plantar fascia to be able to relax. So what we want to do is all of those things attached to the bottoms of our feet. So the plantar fascia near our heel stretches all the way across and attaches at the front of your foot. And if those tissues are always on, we want to teach them how to find their end points so that they'll finally figure out how to relax. The first thing we're going to do is work at the heel end. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a wedge, or if you have your towel, just your rolled up towel, and we're going to put that at the back on our heel. And what this is doing is it is causing us to pull on the tissues that are attached at your heel so that they're getting more and more and more and more length. So as I bend my knee and I shift my weight over top of that foot, what that's doing is it's stretching and pulling on the attachment at your heel even more so that it's getting to its end point and it goes, okay buddy, time to relax. So when you come out, the muscle goes, okay, we can relax now. So you can put your towel underneath there to create the same experience. I'm going to use the wedges, it's just clearer for you to see on the video. And so what we're going to do is just get you to bend and straighten over top there to get some length going on in your heel. And what I want you to do is completely relax that foot. So often that foot is stuck in a very specific position. We want to be used to being able to let it go and allowing it to do what it's going to do when it comes out of this position. So this is going to be giving some more length to the fascia that's attached at your heel end of that string of fascia, that band of fascia. And then as you come out of it, it's giving you time to relax. So that's our first exercise. So that's at the heel end. Now we want to move a little bit further up into the fascia, into the middle part of the foot. And what we want to do is teach that foot to really pronate, to be able to take all of the tissues, all of the arches, and bring them down to the ground. So we want our arches to go down to the ground. We want our foot to get a little bit longer and a little bit wider. And one way that we do that is by getting our whole body to rotate, to really ask that foot to relax. So getting all of those plantar tissues to get really long on the bottoms. If your arch is going to drop down, it's bringing all of those tissues long on the bottom. So I'm going to get you to bend your knee and shift your weight over top of that foot, and at the same time rotate your whole body as much as you can to face, for me, to the left. So facing to the left taking my whole body and my arm and my shoulders, everything around. And what this will do is it's going to get your knee to track just inside. And if you watch a lot of my videos, you'll see that it's really about what's going on in the joints around the joint you're trying to move to help facilitate this movement. So what this is doing is it's really giving a lengthening experience and signal to those tissues underneath your foot. So they have no choice but to then let go. And so this is getting the middle part of the foot and that fascia an experience to let go. So when you come out of it, it can get its coffee break for once. So that's our second one. So we worked on the heel and we worked on the middle of the foot. Now I'm just going to take a quick break to say if you want to see more of my work, please like and subscribe so that you see when I drop new videos. And if you want to share this with your friends, I would really appreciate that. Anybody who can use any TLC with their feet, please pass it along. So let's continue on. Our third exercise is moving more forward in the foot to the front half. So if our fascia is attached to our heel and runs all the way along the bottom of the foot and to the front, we want to focus on what's going on here in the front of the foot. So I'm going to turn to the side again, and we're going to take, I have a wider wedge, but you can also use your towel underneath. So you've got your toes up to the sky, and you've got the ball of your foot still resting on the floor. And I'm going to use my wedge just a bit cleaner for me. What this is doing is it's pulling on the front end of all of that fascia on the bottom of your foot. We're going to do the same thing as you had with your heel with the wedge. We're going to bring our weight forward. We're going to completely relax our foot. And this is getting more of that strengthening, that stretching feeling at the front of your foot, getting that fascia to lengthen to its extreme so then it knows it's time to relax. And so we just do a few reps of that over top, getting your weight over top of that foot and completely relaxing it so that we can get some stretch at the back. And if you want to add all three of these together, you can put something in the wedging at the back, so we're lengthening the front half and the back half of the fascia, and at the same time rotating. So we're getting all of those pieces of fascia, an experience of completely lengthening as much as they can, so that when you come out of it, they know to let go. So those are three things that I would recommend to help you with anything to do with plantar fasciitis or heel pain, anything on the bottom of your foot that's irritating you. So if you liked the video, please, like I said, like, share, subscribe, let anybody know. And if you want to work one-on-one with me, if you're in the Vancouver area, I'm at Tanumi Integrated Health. And if not, I work globally through Zoom. Just find me on Flow Movement Therapy, or flowmovement.ca, and we can set up an appointment. Thanks for watching.